So I'm so excited to finally talk about a book I finished, and it's a book I've been searching for, not the actual book but the genre of it. It's called Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I would classify it as a girly mystery, but girly without the gushy smushy part of what you would find in a romance book, and mystery without the blood gory details. So girly mystery, definitely recommend. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and go into it without further introduction. First off, I want to talk about just the regular synopsis, a general synopsis of it. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead, just so I could talk about it freely, I'm gonna include some spoilers. So, starting off, the main character, whoa, that bird is cool. The main character is, her name is Sawyer. She lives with her mom in this town because everybody knows everybody, so I'm gonna describe it as a town. And her mom is very flighty in terms of her mom's never really home. She's always with some guy and just out and about, and Sawyer always has this pressure that she has to, what's the word I'm thinking of, support herself and her mom, and she's only 18. So the story starts off with her grandma, who she either, I forget, hasn't met or haven't met in the longest time, and her grandmother comes offering her a deal. So Sawyer never has met her father or know who her father is. Her mom doesn't like the mom's family, so the mom always either makes up stories or just basically tells her what the mom wants to tell her. Oh yeah, the deal. So the grandma offers the deal of, okay, if you come live with me and become a debutante, I will give you $500,000 for your college and support your college journey, as well as maybe you'll find out who your father is. Now Sawyer goes on and follows the grandmother and lives with her grandmother for the next 9 months. Note as well that along with living with the grandmother is her cousin, who she's never met before, and obviously the cousins who's around her same age, and the cousin's family, so you know, Sawyer's aunt and uncle. The aunt is the mother's sister, so the uncle's just the husband of the aunt. Okay, so basically she's now living with her grandmother's house, and they're very powerful. So they live in okay, so debutante, her grandmother lives in a rich place, bougie, all that. One night, just to fast forward, one night Sawyer saw that Lily and her friend Sadie Grace has I am blanking out on words right now, basically sneaked out of their house, which is a no-no, at night, and followed them into Lily's original house, which they were renovating. That's why they're living with the grandmother. And so Sawyer, the whole point of Sawyer entering the house with them is because Sawyer wants to see if she could find any clues or hints or pictures of who her father might be. Oh, and she's basing it off of this photo that her mom has, that she found in her mom's drawer, of a group of guys, but 4 of them had their names crossed off, or their names crossed off, or their face crossed off, I forget. But basically she finds this photo of the full original photo, but for somehow Lily and Sadie Grace caught Sawyer and brought her to the Pole House, which she finds out that they are hiding a girl named Campbell, which is Lily's arch nemesis, an old friend, and they no longer are friends anymore. Okay, so just to fast forward everything, they basically blackmail each other back and forth, and let's go to the end to make this move along, because I tell stories forever. Basically her father, during the whole story, Sawyer thought her father was Campbell's father as well, so she thought that she was Campbell's half-sister. But in the end, it was revealed that Sawyer's father is actually Lily's father as well. So her cousin, she shares the same father as her cousin. So her aunt's husband is also her father. So that's the spoiler. Yeah, basically that kind of ends it. It's just a cool story to read, and the whole blackmailing is a mystery in itself. What else do I want to talk about? So that's basically the whole synopsis of the story. Read it if you want to have a mystery to go through. My opinion and recommendation on this: I recommend it just because, again, I love girly books, but I don't need to always be reading smoochy, gushy books. And also, I love mysteries because I just want a page turner or a chapter turner, and I don't like blood or gory details, so this is a perfect one, all about blackmailing and things that each character is trying to figure out. If I had to choose a character I would want to be, I'd be Lily, because all the other characters have problems I so don't want to have. Lily, I feel the only problem she has is the pressure of trying to be, you know, prim and proper, and for me that is less of a problem than the other characters. For instance, Sawyer just had a rough life throughout her years, and Sadie Grace is a little bit of an airhead, although she has her own intelligence, and Campbell just has a rough life with her parents in general. So Lily would be the character I would so want to be or play. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Would I change anything or wish that they elaborate on this? No, but I definitely, because it was such a good book, I wanted it to continue. I want to know what else happened. Although it ended quite nice, I'm happy with the ending. But maybe I just like the style of this author writing it, or the story, I don't know. But I went ahead and bought the second book. There's its sequel. Can you see that? So I'm excited. See, this one has 3 girls and this one has 4. So I'm excited about that. And the one thing I definitely want to tell you is that the lesson I learned is that Campbell, the bad girl or the enemy, her lesson or her motto, basically what she said, was that she doesn't have friends, she has alibis. And I thought that was so clever, because friends tend to come and go, but alibis, you could think of it as alibis for if you are in a situation and you literally need an alibi, or you just want to have a story to tell that you spent with this person, this old friend, or if that person talks about stories that they shared with you, that's cool too. Anyways, just to show you this book up close, I totally recommend it, and definitely something I think a lot of girls like me should read. Yeah, if you haven't read it yet, go get it. It's so good. I loved it.